are watching Melody Lane. With me, you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Here's a shout out to a few of the people who support this channel on Patreon. Heather, Marilyn, Tammy, Beth Ann, Nancy, Mouse Baby, Carmen, Barbie, Tina, Amanda, George, Jody, Amy, Brandy, Janice, Nina, Bobby, Jane, Georgiana, Monica, Charity, Afia, Tamika, Sandra, Linda, Cynthia, Benita, Lydia, Yessie, Cindy, April, Karen, Carrie, Yvette, Marla, Maha, Kathy, Michelle, Dawn, Donna, Barbara, Kim, Tammy, Teresa, Melissa, Emma, Lisa, Shanna, Dee, Linda, Marie, Virginia, Joanne, and Sandra. Thanks, guys. A huge thank you to my co-sponsors. You guys are awesome. Good morning. Alex from Beard Adventures is joining because he is new. That's his channel. He is new to Design Space and Cricketing. We're trying to get him to open his Cricut, although he's using mine right now.
Yeah.
But he has started designing and trying to make things and been asking me questions, and I come help him, and he's like, wait a minute. I have no idea how you did that. So today we're doing a class for newbies. So if you've never opened your machine, it's okay. You can learn Design Space first. So here's what's going to happen today. First, we're live on Twitch and on YouTube. We are live every Saturday morning. Not usually him, but I am. Every Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Mountain, 10 a.m. Central. We do a giveaway every Saturday. Sometimes it's different things. Sometimes it's a $15 gift card, like it is today, to Amazon or PayPal, or I don't know. I give you $15 cash. Give it to you any way you want it. So, what else? We have a lot going on today. First, I want to show you what we did Thursday. Alex made this on my channel. This has something to do with the giveaway too. So there's that. We did iron-on and wood veneer, Cricut brand veneer. And this, it's a bear and a deer makes beer. And we did that Thursday night live. You can check that video out. Don Temple loves your shirt.
Thank you.
You can buy that on his channel.
Yeah, if you want a shirt that says Beard Adventures.
He has some merch.
I also have a bunch of other shirts that say normal things.
It's not on your channel though, is it? Like mine is?
Well, it might be in description, but I think it's in the description, but I can't put it on there yet.
We can share it later.
Yeah.
Thank you for subscribing, Lori. If you subscribe during this video, it'll show up on the screen. So today we're going to start with Design Space. And here's how it's going to go. I am going to show you the very basics to start. And I'm going to show you, like, we're going to go to an image. We're going to pick an image. We're going to go to the end, do that one thing. And then I'm going to take any questions on what I have done so far. And then we're going to do something, show you something a little more. Then I'll take questions on that specific thing. And then we're going to go into more details. We're going to kind of repeat ourselves, but get more difficult as we go. Does that sound good to you guys? And I know a lot of you are here every week and you guys know everything. And so if you guys could stay, help out some of the newbies, help answer questions, help me get the questions. Sometimes I don't always see the questions because I'm teaching you how to do it. Alex is going to help me with that a little bit too. And Alex is going to tell me if he doesn't understand something. I know some of you don't understand it either. So we're going to try to teach you everything you need to know. Although I can't do that in one video. No. But we can get you started. Hopefully. So you guys can design and know how to use your machine. Okay? And you have assignments. That just popped into my head.
Do I have an assignment?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to make a project with your Cricut. If you have a Cricut, you absolutely have to make a project with your Cricut this weekend. It can be the simplest of things. The very first thing I'm going to show you is going to be something extremely simple. And you have to share it on my Facebook group, Cricut Design Space with Melody Lane.
My Cricut's in Georgia.
You can use my Cricut.
Okay.
Thank you for subscribing, Jamie Mitchell. Oh, where's my
I don't know.
link to Design Space? There it is. I'm going to share that here.
Go back. I need to see comments.
Oh, I didn't paste it. Okay. The comments get covered up and he can't see them.
So that's why if I'm looking down...
I'm looking this way and I have comments on both
I
monitors.
got you guys right here on the phone.
Okay. Lisa Marie is scared now.
It's really not that bad.
And don't worry about sharing projects in my group because I don't allow any negativity. I don't allow people to be rude or mean or be, if you don't have something nice to say, get out of my group. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Yay, you guys. I can't just sit and read chat. Sorry. Okay, Design Space. Here's a shout out to a few people who support this.
I've been telling you those.
I know. Okay, first, I want to show you because this is going away. This is not what this video is about. I will be doing more videos to update you on how to use everything. I have lots of videos on how to use the desktop app. The desktop app is what we're going to use today. But I'm here to show you first, this is not the desktop app. If you are using Design Space and you get this is not the desktop app. If you have never downloaded the desktop app, then you need to download it. You will see this message even after you have installed the desktop app if you are still using the browser. Now, to tell if it's the browser, this is my Chrome browser, and I'm on a Mac. On a PC, it may look just a bit different. So this is a browser.
At the top.
It says what?
It doesn't have like a stoplight.
A stoplight?
Oh.
Alex uses a PC.
Yeah.
It does not have this URL at the top right here. So to know that you're using Design Space in the browser, that is going away, you have this. If you want to continue to use this while you can, just click maybe later. That blue line will show up. It shows, you can see it shows up for me. Okay, we're not using that today. We are going to use the desktop. Oh, look at that. Alex is playing in Design Space.
Yeah, I was going to put that on a shirt as a different logo.
Cool. Okay, guys. So this is my projects. When you come into Design Space, this is what you first get. And it takes a few minutes for the projects to load. They will be updating Design Space, and it won't be taking this long for your projects to load. Don't worry about that. They're going to update it, and it's going to be in working condition before they take away the browser. So here you have projects, and I have learned that a lot of people think these are the only things you can make with your Cricut, or the only images that they have with the Cricut. And I did have a question. Am I going to show you how to share files? I will show you that, not in this video, because I can't show you that until we get the new design space where we can share the files. These are ready to make projects. These are infusible ink. You can go down here. You can click here. You can also view all. So you can click this to see all of them.
So hold on. So when you're saying you can click here, your mouse goes behind the chat. So are you just clicking?
Oh, wait a minute.
Look over to the left. Is there another arrow?
Let me move it. No. There.
So because if you go over, okay. So yeah, there's an arrow.
There's an arrow here. You click here. See, good thing you're here. And then when you go this way, you can also click this way. Okay, so now the very first thing you need to do in Design Space, or what I think you should do, is click this. New project. You might have a grid like this. You can change the grid.
Oh.
Did you learn something, Alex?
Yes.
No, I forgot something. I was going to say something. Okay. And there's lots. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. We're coming back to us. Okay. The best way to learn Design Space is to watch a video. I say watch the video thoroughly through the video.
Because she makes mistakes sometimes. And then.
Well, yeah. And then I make mistakes, so you learn how to do the mistakes, although sometimes they're an accident.
Yeah.
But
do as she says, not as she does.
Watch the video and then have your Design Space open. After I do a step, you go into Design Space and you do that step also. You do it exactly like I did it. If yours didn't turn out the same, then rewind the video and try it again. Watch it and try it again. Because the only way you're going to thoroughly learn Design Space is by doing it. Thank you, Rosemary. Welcome to the channel. So you have to, I have a cricket on my head. You have to do it in order to learn it. Just by watching the videos, you are not going to learn it. I mean, you might learn some things, but practice, practice, practice. Do it, and you will learn it. You'll just automatically remember after doing it a few times. So please watch it and do it. Now, during a live video, you can't do it. You have to wait till the end. Watch it again. Okay. I just wanted them to make sure, I want them to learn the best that they possibly can.
And me too.
Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to show you first is just the very basics. I don't want to overwhelm you. So I am going to click on images. There are over 100,000 images.
So I want to say, I didn't know how to get back to the images a couple days ago.
Okay.
I didn't realize that when the thing on the side, I thought it meant like images I have downloaded into my computer or whatever. I didn't realize that was how you get, because I asked you that.
I'm so glad you are here.
Because I asked you that. I'm like, how? Because I was in like a certain cartridge or like set of images of the Marvel stuff. And I was like, how do I get back? Because I was I had a photo in and I wanted to add another photo. I'm like, I don't know what to do here. I couldn't get back to this.
Okay. So you just click the images button. You
you hit it again, it goes back. I didn't know how to get back to it again. Without clicking a thing.
Ronald is awesome. Just leaving for work, but gotta give a big shout out to Beard Adventures, Alex. Follow him on YouTube.
Thanks, Ronald. I didn't know that if you clicked image again, it brings you back here. I thought you had to add a photo and then delete it.
Oh, that's good. See, I've been using Design Space for 5 years, and I don't know what other people think in the beginning. Okay.
And Ronald, I hope you got your postcards. I sent them out. I'm so sorry it took so long. I've been back and forth between Florida and Georgia, so I didn't know where to get them sent to.
Okay. So look, there's images and then not images. So we're going to go into more detail in all of this.
There.
You've been to Havana?
Havana.
Okay, let's bring in this baseball. This is going to be real simple. Oh, I don't have you guys can't see the bottom of my screen. There we go. And then, look at that beautiful flower.
I don't want to do that.
Does that look scary?
Yes.
It's really not scary. Maybe we should do that flower.
It's too many layers.
No, it's not. It's easy.
Is it print and cut?
No, it's a 3D flower. Okay, we're going to do the baseball. We're going to hit insert image. You can see the baseball down here. Look, we have all these clicked. We know where they're selected because there is a green box around them.
Yeah, I knew that. But I didn't know you would see them in the bottom.
Yes. And if I change my mind, I can click the little X on these at the bottom.
See, that's good to know too, because I just would go try to find it again to unclick it.
Very good. So I'm saving you time. Okay, then we're going to click insert image.
Got him. That's good.
Now, this says 2 inch by 2 inch right here. It also says it up here. Okay, do you want to tell them what you learned the other day?
The lock button. I thought that meant that you just can't do anything else with it. I didn't know you could click the lock.
He was rebuilding his, here, let's show them your project. Get your project. He was trying to make mountains and we wanted him to fit inside here. So he could only find mountains that were maybe this tall, like this,
shorter than
and
that.
up. And so he's adding squares and triangles and things to build it. And I was proud of him for doing that. And I'm like, you can just make them taller. He's like, well, how? And so I showed him the unlock button. And, well, I did find you different mountains because his had Colorado and stuff in it.
Yeah, and I was trying to cover up the words, but there was still like rounded edges.
He was doing it the hard way. So let's look for some more mountains. Found some mountains. None of them were tall enough. So I unlocked the lock and he's like, wait, how did you do that? So.
Oh, and the other thing, you did find other mountains, but there was layers and I didn't know how to hide the layers.
Yeah, we're going to show them that too. Okay, so now I suggest for a baseball, you do not unlock this.
Yeah, because
you want to keep it a circle. If you do unlock it, then, okay, wait, let me show you something. Like I can move this, I can only move it larger and smaller as it is the same on each side. If I unlock it, I can make it, shorter, taller, anything like that. Okay. Now, if I did that accidentally, look at this button. This arrow is your most important button in the whole entire design space because it fixes it for you. Because it might be, well.
You might have to do it a couple times.
Yeah.
Because if you stop, let go.
If I would have let go and then did it again, the undo will only do my last thing. So I have to click it again. You can unclick it a lot of times.
Undo it.
So now we have this baseball. We can tell this baseball is not solid because we can see through it. We can see the graph through it. But we just want to do this out of vinyl. We only want one layer. This is how we want it. We're going to click Make It. Now, Design Space puts it on the mat. The reason the mat is this color is to tell us this is the color of material we want to use for this, because that's the color we have it. All we have to do is click Continue, load our mat with whatever color we choose to put on it. We don't have to listen to Design Space. We could put red paper or red vinyl or red leather or veneer or wood or chipboard. We could use this with. So we're going to hit cancel because we're going to go back. Now, Alex, do you know how...
Make it solid.
Yes, we can make it solid, and I'll do that in just a minute. Alex, do you know how to change the color?
The black next to life line
type. Okay, here you can change the color.
You could go to advanced as well and choose the color that you want to do.
Yeah, you can like make it anything you want. Okay, now you guys, this stuff is really easy. Okay, now somebody asked to fill it in to make it solid. So to do that, I'm gonna make it smaller just so we can see two of them. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'll move one over just so we can see it.
You're putting a shape in it? No.
What kind of shape would I put in it?
A circle.
I was just testing you. That is a way to do it.
Okay.
You could weld a circle inside, but the easiest way is to hit the contour button. So click contour, and for some reason this is huge. That one's small. All you have to do is click inside. You can click over here if you want, or click here. See? When I click on these, it hides those cuts. So the only cut is going to be on the outside. And then we can click the X or just click on the screen somewhere else and we have a solid color. Now, we don't want this. We want to move this behind it because we want that on top of it instead of behind it. Right click. You can do it right click. Or you can go up here and click arrange and send to the back. Now, okay, so let's do that. Is that how we want it? How's that look? Is that going to make a good project?
I don't know. Is it even?
Okay, to make but look at the color. We want those.
Well, you want that different.
Okay.
Unless you want it the same, but I feel like you should make the original, the top part, a different color.
Well, okay.
Or the
baseballs
back.
aren't purple.
I know, but
so we're gonna click over here in the layers panel, and we'll make that white. Let's make this one red, just because to me.
See the I was right. The back part isn't perfect.
Right. So let me show you how to do that. But first, let's change the color of the canvas so we can see it properly. We're going to click down here where it says blank canvas. And then it brings up this color box and we can choose it to any color we like. Now, to make it perfect, do you know how I do that, Alex?
I have no idea. I wish I did.
Select them both and click align and center.
I wish I knew this when I was doing the project.
Okay. And that's it. So now when we click make it, and I'm going to take questions right after this. So go ahead and start asking your questions about what I just did. Now, it separates it for you on the different mats. So if you're going to use vinyl, then you'd use white vinyl here, red vinyl here, or paper, or whatever you choose. What?
Rearranging the mats, super. It's wonderful.
What do you mean?
Can't you rearrange it? Like, say you wanted to do that one second. Don't you just...
Yeah, I just click on this one. Okay, now let me continue to show you how to choose the materials. And then I'm going to answer those questions. I can go back and find your questions. So go ahead and start asking now. So there are favorites that are here. These are favorites that people use. Oh no, these are favorites that I have chosen as favorites. And then there's popular, that what Cricut has chosen as popular. So you can choose that or that, but you might need to choose this. If I was making this out of glitter vinyl
or veneer,
I would search glitter. Yeah, you could totally make it out of veneer. Could do glitter iron-on, glitter mesh iron-on. So then I would choose that. And then choose done. You know it's chosen because the little check mark. And you know it's a Cricut brand product because of the little Cricut logo here. And it tells you what tools you need. And then once I load it into the mat, I can choose fast mode. But this won't light up until the machine is loaded. Okay? So now I'm going to hit cancel and cancel. And I'm going to take your questions. Please put your questions in all caps. Yeah, so we got a question about the layers. So it separates them in 2 layers, and then let's say you're cutting this out of paper, you would just glue this layer onto that layer. Or if it's iron-on or vinyl, you just put it on top of it. This will not work with the Expression machine. It will work with the Explore machine. It will work with any machine that uses design space. So any Explore, Explore Air, Explore 1, Explore Air 2, and Maker. You can't layer glitter iron-on. Some people do, but it won't stay on as long. Okay. I'm going to go on. So I don't see any questions about this. Let's go. Okay, wait. I want to show you something else with this. And it's on these screens. You can move these.
so there's more than one thing. You could fit it better.
Yes.
Or what I was saying, like for the Captain America thing, there was a bunch of different. I had all my layers, the color on the mat, how I wanted them. But instead of just clicking on which one I wanted to do next, can't you just move them?
No, you can't.
I thought I did that.
No, you didn't. If you click down here, it'll start going in order. If you want to mirror something, it's right here. So if you're doing iron-on, you might want to mirror it, especially if it's words. Okay, we got a question. How do you choose 2 different materials on a project? First, let me show you this, and then I'll answer that question. So if you want to move something, you can move it around. If you want to move something, say I don't want to load my mat twice. I just want to load it once, put them both on the same mat. I can move this to another mat.
That's what I did.
And I can choose that.
Now the best thing, if you're gonna have them, like,
And for some reason,
that's not showing up.
it's not showing up here, but you can see it here. I've never had that problem before. What I would do is move it down to this corner. You can see here I moved it down. And I would put my red paper here and my white paper here to just save time. And you can use scraps that way.
But you want to make sure, if you wanted one to be foil and one to be paper,
Oh, yeah.
you don't want it.
Yeah. If you want to use different materials on the different mat, I'm going to click move to another mat. We're going to move it back. See, it's here now. All you have to do is change the material again. So let's say I'm going to use craft board. So then the next mat is going to come up and it's already set to craft board. You have to change it for each mat. So then you just click on this word, craft board. Welcome, Diana. You now, as a gold level Melodiette, have access to like 400 projects of my Design Space projects. So then I can choose a different project here, or different material here. So it's just for each one. And that's a great question, because the first time I did this with the new Design Space, I'm like, how do I switch that? You click on it again.
Yeah, it took
And
me
you
a
can
while to
choose.
figure that out.
Okay, let's go back. How do you change canvas color? We're going to cancel. Yes, I want to cancel. I did show how to change canvas color, and I'll show you again. So down here is you click, look at the top up here. I'm going to click this, but when I click this, watch up here at the top. Clicking, see? It changes, it says color and has a box of the color. You click that box underneath and you can change it to any color you like. Okay. Now let's go find another image. How do you find images? I was just looking for an image to bring in. So I just chose one of these, and these change. Like, they change what they put here. Once images are in Design Space, they don't go away unless they're licensed images, and then they have a shelf life unless you purchase the image. Does that make sense, Alex?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you have questions, just go ahead and ask. Okay,
You can
but
also search.
yeah, tell me what to search.
Me or chat?
You can and they can.
I don't know.
What do I want to make? How about a flower? I see a flower, so there are, I'm gonna say, thousands of flowers in Design Space. Lots of them. So I don't want to scroll through thousands of flowers. There's just more and more and more and more. So what I'm going to do is go up right here. Did you know this was here? Filter.
No. I may have seen it, but I didn't know what it did.
Did you click on it?
No.
If you guys don't know what something does, click on it.
Or like, I didn't know what I needed to filter.
Okay. So if I can decide to choose, like, say I don't have access and I just want to use the name of the, I just want to use flowers that I've purchased. Click purchased. If you're new to Design Space, you probably haven't purchased.
Free images. Also, I agree. You should look up an otter.
Okay. We'll do that next. So I have purchased lots of images. I'm going to click off
there's
of that.
free right here, so this
Yeah.
is how you do it.
This is free. So these are all the flowers that are absolutely free. You see the word free? Okay. Let's say I want to make a 3D flower and I want a free one. I can click 3D. And these flowers are made to be 3D and they're free. There's so many more 3D flowers.
What's a little A?
Oh, great question. Did someone ask that or
No,
did you?
that's me.
This means it's an access. Access gives you 100,000 or more images.
Okay.
So if you subscribe to Cricut Access, and I do,
Yeah.
all of these images are completely free.
Okay.
Access also gives you 10% off everything you buy at Cricut, including machines. Everything. Even sale price, clearance, everything. So if all I have is the Explorer, PJ, if you have the Explorer, you learn everything in Design Space as I'm showing you. Everything I'm doing, you can use with the Explorer machine. Not the Expression, but the Explorer machine uses Design Space. I was going to filter and take away the free. So because I have Cricut Access, I can use everything in Access. If I don't want to see I don't even want to see it. If I can't use it, I can click on Cricut Access. So all of these images are in Cricut Access and are made to make 3D flowers. They don't have to be 3D. Like I could just cut this out and put it down, but they're made to be pieces of a 3D flower. And then there's more as you scroll down.
An otter.
I will get to an otter. But see, look at these flowers. There's tons of them. So has anybody learned anything yet so far?
I have.
This may be a long video. Okay. So you can filter any of these things. If you know you just want a single layer, you can click single layer. You can click phrases. Okay, let's take away 3D and click phrases because I don't think there's going to be 3D and phrases. So these are phrases that all have the word flower or have a flower in them that are included with flowers. There's tons of them. And look at this kind of image. This is a drawing image. That is so pretty. This is Photo Fun, Holiday Memories. So right here is the name of the actual image itself. This little hashtag thing, you can put the hashtag and those numbers and letters up here in the search to find that exact image. So if somebody wanted to know an exact image and you wanted to help them, you could give them that number. This Photo Fun Holiday Memories is the cartridge that it comes from. So if we want to see more things like this image, you just click in the little eye and it flips it over. Okay, because it's green, I know I can click on that. And that brings up the entire cartridge. Yes, we're going to work on images first. Ruby Ann asks, will we demonstrate the text button? We're going to work on some images first, and then we're going to go into texting. Not texting, but text.
Don't text and drive.
So these are other images from that same cartridge. And can you see the difference and know that these are drawing images where you can use your pens? Thank you, Alice Perez, for subscribing. Ooh, that's cool. I don't know if this is, I feel like I've seen this cartridge before, but these seem new to me. I don't know. So many things. So this cartridge has everything where you can cut it out in paper like these and in the draw. So it has both. And just single image too.
Otters.
See, look. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I want to show you cartridges.
Are there otters there?
You be quiet. Can you tell I'm his mother? Cartridges, some people think they have the maker and they can't use a cartridge. A cartridge is a set of images. This does not show everything on the cartridge. There are 53 images on this cartridge. There are 30 of them on this cartridge.
I remember when you would go, you would have boxes full of these cartridges.
Yes. Remember?
And I was like, what is this nonsense?
It's not nonsense.
There was just boxes of empty boxes everywhere.
Okay, so now on cartridges, you can filter ownership. You can do My Images, free ones, Cricut Access, or purchased. My Images will probably just show everything because I have hundreds of cartridges and I have access, so it's going to show all of that. I'm going to click on free to show you what's free. That's new. They added, yay, the 2020 calendar. Every year they add a calendar. Here's 2 2020 calendars. Oh, and that looks so cool. Okay, thank you, Cricut. So we have all of these are completely free. It says over here that they're free.
Hey, that last one that you were on where there was like fireworks and stuff, what was that cartridge called?
Okay, we'll go back. Cricut Craft Room Basics is always free. This has a lot of different shapes and they all have an offset shape. So they have like a shadow shape behind them. And oh, I also want to show you something with layers so we can show you how to turn it off. Which one were you looking at, Alex?
The one, it was before you got here. It was back. Before you got to this cartridge thing. You were looking at the last thing.
I don't know.
Okay.
So this is another way to look for cartridges. Let's say we want to look for Disney cartridges.
No.
Oh, do you know why this isn't working?
Is it the filter?
Yes, we have to clear the filter. There are no free Disney cartridges. Now, some of these cartridges may not be on your design space because I have purchased these. See how they say purchased? So I don't think they have Winnie the Pooh available anymore. I don't think. So if you purchased it before, you have it forever. They cannot take this away from me because I purchased it. I don't know if I... Okay, now see these I have not purchased. It says buy for $9.99, buy for $29.99. I didn't buy the Whisker Haven Tails and Palace Pets because I don't know anybody who... Do you need some images for that? I didn't think so.
I never heard of it.
I didn't either until I saw it in Design Space. So I haven't purchased all of them, but if I wanted to, I could click on that, and usually the billing information is usually already there. But I've never purchased anything through this app yet, so maybe that's why. So that's that. Okay. Let me go and search. We want to search images, and we want to search an otter.
Yes. I was hoping you didn't forget.
How could I forget?
They're so adorable. They're little sea dogs. They're like little doggies for the sea.
Uh-huh. I want to look for one that has multiple layers.
Oh.
That's the only one that has multiple layers, but I'm going to bring this one in. So I'm going to click insert image because I want to show you how to hide things. Because Alex was absolutely amazed. How did you do that? So when you have this selected, it will show over here in gray. If I have the ball selected, it shows only that one. This is the only layer I have selected. I didn't have this one selected. So we have that selected. If we want to hide his face, all you have to do is click the eyeball. See that? And it will hide those.
They look really strange without those. Put them back.
Yes. So these would be good for iron-on because it will actually only be one solid layer. So now, let's say I want to size the baseball again. Whoops. I want to size both of them together, so I'm going to undo. So it goes back. If you want to size them together.
Group.
Yes, good answer. You group them. Now I can size and move around together. If you're not seeing the 2020 calendars, are you clicking on cartridges and then filtering to free? Now what if what if I attach them? When you attach them, it makes them like I can do it together, but it made them the same color because it's going to cut it out together. Let's hit make it. It's going to cut out just like that. So it's going to kind of like slice through it. Okay, I'm going to...
You could draw on.
Detach. That's a good one. We'll show how to do that. So now they're not attached anymore, but they're still grouped. So I'm going to ungroup.
I was just laughing at the typos.
So what if I want to do what Alex just said? First, let's change this to another color. What if I want to draw this on? I want to do this on paper and I just want to draw it in. I can select this layer. See, each layer I select has that gray. And I can go to line type and I can change it to draw.
I didn't know that. I knew there was a way to do it, but I didn't know how.
So this is how you'd use your pens, as you would change this to draw. Now, because I have the maker, I could also engrave it or deboss it or wave it. You wouldn't want to wave this or perforate this.
Or score it. Why would you want to score it?
No. Well, you can score. Now, I have scored on watercolor paper and then scored it or debossed on it and then color it in with watercolors.
Oh.
So hit draw and it will draw this. So let's hit make it and see what happens. Something bad's going to happen.
Because there's otters?
No. We
The
want it to
otter
draw
truth.
on the ball, but it's not going to.
Why?
Do you remember why? Because you had this problem.
Because there's nothing.
There's a circle here.
And not over there. It needs to be on a different mat.
No.
Oh, I don't know then.
You have to select them both and attach.
Oh, yeah.
Now it will cut and draw. And I'm going to go ahead and continue to show you. What?
How to move to the other mat. Where was it?
I already showed how to move to the other mat.
Okay. So you have to just rewatch that part.
Let's say we're going to do craft board. So now it says load the black pen, load the fine point blade, and go. So that's all I have to do. I'm going to hit cancel. Hit cancel. Now, if I want to change the pen color, See, if I want to change any of the color, it has a question mark here because they're both selected, because you can only do, because they're both different. Now, if I just click the draw, it turns into a hollow square, and that is the ink color. So you can choose any of these ink colors. This is the fine point. You can choose any of the types of pens.
And it has the colors for those pens?
Yes. Like this one, if you have infusible ink pens, it'll say infusible ink. So we can change it to any color we like. And it will draw that. It'll use any color pen you put in the machine. So you don't have to put in what it says, but that will help you. Okay. Do we have any other questions about images and this part? To move to the mat, you click on the image and you'll get these 3 dots. And then you can move to another mat. Say I want to cut it out on this mat.
Otters! Oh, they scare me without their face.
Oh, look, this was behind them.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. I thought it was...
Just the 3 little...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because I didn't take it
Terrible.
apart. So I'm going to cancel. So these are automatically grouped together. I can ungroup them and then I can see. So this, you would glue this on top of this or use vinyl on top of that or whatever. Okay. What? Oh. I also want to show you, let me move these down, the shapes. You can build almost anything about all of these shapes.
I was building mountains.
Yes. You can bring these in.
I have a question.
How do you get a rectangle, Alex?
You unlock it.
Very good. You can make these any size you want. You can make really thin lines, and you can duplicate it. Wait, let me duplicate another one. Let me show you how to align them. I'm going to align these to the top. I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Now I want them evenly distributed. Distribute horizontally. Now, when I go hit make it, they're not going to be in line. They're not going to be how I want them. What do I have to do, Alex?
Ungroup? I don't know.
They're not grouped. How do I make them cut how I want them? You don't know?
No.
Okay. Drag a box around them so I select them all. I can see they're all selected.
Now do you group? Attach them.
You attach them
What are they attaching to, though?
to each other.
But they're not touching.
No.
I don't get it.
I hit make it. So they're attached so they will cut out
Oh,
in the space.
yeah.
Okay. Now, let's undo or detach. So now they're not attached anymore. See, I can click one and it only selects one. If they're attached, let me show you.
All of them are.
You can't just click one. It clicks all of them. So I'm going to detach by going down in the same button. Now, if I group them, they all seem fine. I can, if I just click one, it clicks all of them, just like attach does. And I can move them all together. Thank you, Lisa Hogan, for subscribing. And if I click make it, they're grouped, remember? It does not cut them how I want them. Grouping only works for the canvas area. That's it. Okay. Okay, thank you, Carrie Harris. Should we do the giveaway now?
Yeah.
Okay. In order to do the giveaway, you have to be in the chat on Facebook or Twitch. I'm not sure I've seen any chat from Twitch. So, in order to enter the giveaway, you have to be able to chat and you have to answer a question from a video we did on Thursday. And, yeah. Let's give them a hint. Okay, here's the project we did on Thursday. The first person to answer the question.
English.
First person to answer the question of what is, okay, you're here on Twitch. What is the name of the iron-on piece? What sample kit does that come from? It's from Cricut, but what is the name of the one that you buy? Welcome, Rosemary. Okay, we can set this.
I'll fix the antlers.
Beer elope.
Not on that one, but what is the? I don't think you're using the right words.
Okay, we have a winner.
Oh. Where? Oh.
Right here.
Yeah.
Donna Kenny. The answer is Modern Mountaineer. Frost and Flannel was close. But the name of the iron-on set with that is Modern Mountaineer. Tony Hall, you were so close. You know what, Tony Hall, you answered right underneath Donna, and you answered more of the answer. It's actually from Hostess with the Mostest. So I'm going to go ahead and give the prize to both of you. So Donna Kenny and Tony Hall, you will need to email me at melodylanedesigns@gmail.com.
You should put that down there.
What?
Your email.
Oh. Well, Donna Kenny knows my email. I know. And Tony Hall, it's on my YouTube channel. melodylanedesigns@gmail.com. You can always comment if you can't find it below. Are you putting it in?
Yeah, because it's not that hard.
Alex is giving you my email. Amanda asks a great question. What is the purpose of grouping if it's only useful on the canvas? Because, let me show you. It has lots of, okay, what do we have here? So this is grouped. With these being grouped, I can change the color of all of them at once. With them being grouped, I can hide them all at once. I can size them all at once. It's easier to hide them. I do a lot of projects that have a lot of images and a lot of different things in it. And sometimes I group things only to hide them all at once. Otherwise, I have to click on each separate thing to hide them. And then open up each separate.
It doesn't...
Otherwise, I can just click here. Like, I could group all these things together. Now I want to hide those.
You
That's
didn't
just
say
one
thank
clip.
you to Danielle for subscribing.
Thank you, Danielle, for subscribing.
Okay, so what I was gonna say, it doesn't have to be 4 lines. It could be multiple things that you're grouping
Oh,
together.
yeah, like I just grouped all these things.
Yeah, usually you don't just group 4 of identical things.
Well, yeah.
You can, but it's not.
Okay, wait, I'll show you something else. Wait, okay. I'm going to ungroup these. These are still grouped together. If I wanted to, okay, wait a minute. Let me show you something else. Sorry, guys. My mind goes a little crazy because I get ideas as I go. I'm going to do stickers of stars. We'll make them gold stars. There we go. Gold star. I want to, I'm going to pull one over so I know they can be distributed horizontally so they're all even. And then I'm going to align them to the top. And actually they're touching, so I could even weld these. When I weld them, it makes them all one piece. But I'm going to show you how to weld them more. Thank you, Jeanette Elliott.
I have to point at the screen. She's
Well,
not
I'm looking
at
at, I have 2 monitors. I'm
Yeah.
looking at a different monitor. I'm going to distribute horizontally. See how they're overlapping?
Can you hit the bottom arrow so I can see the chat?
Yeah. And I'm going to weld. See how the cut line went away? The only way to unweld is to undo. Remember that. See the cut line?
Someone asked, why do you hide items to keep designing other layers?
Sometimes I hide them because I might want to use them later. When I design projects, I slice things out of things and weld things, and there's so many reasons to hide.
What I did was...
So I can have them later.
Well, at the same time, like, if you have 2 images that are very similar, you can hide one item and test it with one.
Yes.
Instead of having to go back and forth.
And, okay, here's what I'll do now. I'm going to group these together, and I'm going to duplicate them because I want to weld them. Once I weld, I cannot unweld. So I could hide these. So maybe in a week, I come back and I want the 4 stars together. I have them exactly where they were here, but they're not welded.
Oh, so you can't unweld.
No.
So you always want to duplicate.
So I duplicate first before I weld, and then I save it, and it's just always hidden. If I ever want to come back to it, I find it. Now, if I wanted to make a sheet of stars, I can just duplicate these. I can align them, distribute vertically, and align center horizontally. Wait, you guys won't be able to tell. Let me mess them up first. Here, wait. Distribute vertically and align or center horizontally. So they're straight like that. Now, if I want these to cut out like this, I'm going to attach them.
Glenda said you can only unweld if you do it right after you weld.
Yes.
Is that by hitting the undo button?
Yes. So let's say I wanted to unweld these. I'm going to have to undo everything I did. So it's going back. I would see
there.
Now I got these back here. Okay, if you guys hear snoring, that's my dog. Okay. Okay, are you guys ready for text? I think, yeah, I think I showed you everything. Text You click that, it adds a button, and you can write how happy you are. So there's my word happy, and I don't see it. Where's my happy?
It's loading.
Oh, oh no.
Why isn't it working?
I don't know. I haven't had that problem. Well, I don't know. I just restarted my computer. I'm going to have to tell Cricut. Okay, let's go over here.
Hold on. I want to type something.
Okay, Alex is going to type.
If I can spell. Otter.
What were you going to type? Otter what?
Nothing.
Okay, now here's where you choose the fonts. If you have all selected, it's automatically set to all. It'll show all the fonts installed on your computer and all of the Cricut fonts. Okay? System fonts are only the fonts you have on your computer. Cricut fonts are only Cricut fonts. There are...
Lots.
Yeah, there's over 600, I think. I know there's over 400.
Yes, Amanda, I was going to do that, but then I had the idea of doing an idea
Otter.
with it.
Oh.
Like making something with that.
So
So I
he's
was like,
gonna make something
maybe I just want to put otter.
So the Cricut fonts will say what type of font they are. They have writing, multi-layer, and writing, I think it says. Single layer cutting. Some are just writing and some are cut and write. A lot of the single layer ones also have writing. Let me take it to this one. Okay. So look at this one. I just have the style set as regular. It shows the font size. It shows the letter spacing. And because I have my thing shrunk, it shows more of the line spacing, alignment, curving, and advanced. We'll ungroup the letters. If I had more than one line, it would also ungroup to lines. But look over here. Oh, you guys can't see the edge. There you go. And there. So you can see the bottom.
The red, yellow, and green it's the Mac. That's your...
Oh, because I'm using a Mac.
Yeah, that's her minimize and
Yeah.
X.
So look, this is only showing one layer. It's only showing the blue layer. So anytime you use a Cricut font, look over in the layers panel. They have a line through the eye. That means they're not showing. If you click that eye, it will show up. So this has an offset. You can also zoom in and out right down here. See? And sometimes I do go this big when I'm welding and slicing and want to make sure everything is perfect. And then you can also do this and see this gray layer. It fills in the center pieces. If I wanted to change this to a writing font, I would go to writing here. You need to join the group. How do I join? The Facebook group is right there. Sue posted it. Thank you, Sue. So here's the writing font. Let me turn off the grid so you can see it better. if I want to choose a font and I'm looking for a writing font, I would go to filter and choose writing. You can also do the same with single layer and multi-layer and my fonts. So it's going to show me only fonts that have writing when I click the filter for writing. And this shows it's selected for writing. How do you get the letters together? Because look, they're not together. You can click here, letter spacing. And they're still not exactly where I want them.
You can move. Can't you like just
What?
Detach a letter and move it closer?
What you do is you ungroup it. Once I ungroup it, I can no longer change the font. So what I might want to do is duplicate it, hide this one, and then I'm going to ungroup this one. So in case I change my mind,
Right.
I don't have to retype it. Now I can use the arrow keys on my computer to make them, but it doesn't do it exact. I want to do that. And move that to touch that. So I'm just moving them like that. And when I hit make it, do you know what's going to happen? Because see, when I ungrouped them, they all made separate layers.
Oh, you have to
What do you have to do?
attach them.
Yes. So you have to select them all and attach.
Oh, that's he went through.
You can change the color of each letter because they're drawing. So it will draw these in all different colors when we hit make it, because it's using a pen. And it will tell you, let's hit continue. Okay, I'll show you the difference between attach and weld. Okay, it's telling me which pen to put in next, or which pen to load in my machine first. And then it will also tell you the different pens to do. Now, because you have different colors, you're going to be like, well, how do you load the other pens? We're going to load this pen. We're going to load the mat. The Cricut will draw with that pen everything it needs to do with that color. Then the Cricut will stop, and then it will come up on the screen which color to load next. Okay? And then it'll stop and tell you which color to load next until you're done writing. Right, if I did not attach them, they would not write together. And cancel again. Okay, so I'm going to detach them so you can see what happens when I click make it. That's not what we want. That does not spell otter. It will write on your paper just like this. Now it's not going to cut anything out. It's only going to write. So let me show you.
Welding it.
You cannot weld writing.
Okay.
So if it's writing, and I'll show you solid letters without writing too, because you can weld those. You want to attach them, but say I want it to cut out on a shape. You can actually do any shape. Oh no, I don't have the otters in here. You know what? I'm gonna find the otter. Oh, I know why you couldn't find the 2020 calendar, because you're not using the app, you're using this. You're using the browser. How did I find the otter?
Layers.
Multi-layer.
Oh, look at that one. He's so happy.
That's zoo date. Okay. Okay, these are grouped together. I want the word otter to spell out on the otter, on himself. So, okay, let's send this to the back. I'm going to make mistakes, guys, on purpose. Oh, like, where's the line? No.
Right click.
I want him selected.
No.
Where's my align? Let me spread this out. There it is. Oh, I can't align. Oh, because I don't have it all selected. That's why. You have to select more. Okay. No, I don't want a line. I want a range. Now I'm confusing myself. So let's make this fit the otter. I can even unlock it and kind of make it smaller, or I can rotate it. Okay, so if I want this to cut on that, I have to attach it. But look what happens when I attach it.
You gotta bring it. You can't see everything that you're doing.
Oh, thank you. So, what happens if I attach it, Alex?
I don't know.
You didn't know I was going to test you, did you?
No.
It changed it all the same color, and it's all going to cut out together.
Oh.
That's not what we want.
No.
But we have to attach it.
But how?
You ungroup the otters. I'm going to select the otters and bring them to the back. Where's the arrange?
Just right click on them.
All right.
Send it back.
Okay. And so I have to select the word. I'm going to hit my shift key on my keyboard and only select the top layer. Now I know those are only selected because they're gray over here in the layers panel. And then I can attach, and then it only attached to the top layer. So now when I click make it, it's going to write on top of them, and then it's going to cut this out, and then I will glue that on top of that after I have them all cut out. Yes, the calendars are always free. Everything that was free when I went to free was free. It's not membership. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to group these things and we're going to hide them because we are going to go to some regular text, and I'm going to write happiness. But I don't want it in writing style, but because that's what I used, that's what's here. So we are going to...
Subscriber.
Thank you, Tom Beams. A child's here. And we're going to change this to regular. Look, we could do bold, italic, writing, writing, italic. Not all of the fonts have all of these options. So regular will make it like that. I'm going to change the color of this because my happiness is a different color. It's about right there. Maybe a little blue. Okay, it doesn't matter. You know what? I'm going to use a cursive font. Okay. And I'm going to change the color again. The reason I'm changing the color for a reason, not just to my favorite color. So you guys can see the cut lines. So first thing I want to do, scoot these over as much as I can with this button. And I want to make this look nice, and it doesn't. Thank you, Charlene Matthews. You now have access to hundreds of my projects. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup. I am going to scoot this S over a bit. I'm going to go ahead and I selected both of the S's, and I'm going to move them over a bit. I want them to overlap. And these two are overlapping. I'm going to move that over this way.
You're going to weld these?
Yes. I'm going to show.
So it's all one.
I'm going to use my keyboard so I don't mess up.
You can align them though, if you do mess up.
If I align though, they're not going to be, I could do them all, these three the top, or these three the top and this the bottom, because these are different sizes. See? Okay, I'm going to make this bigger now so you guys can see the cut lines. Do you see the black line? The black line is the cut line. See how that is? Now, if I hit make it, it's not in order. So we have learned to attach. Is that what I should do?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to attach. This is wrong. Don't do this.
This is weld. You're supposed to weld those.
Yes. So if I hit make it, it looks correct, especially if these were in black. I would not know they were not correct until I go to cut it. It's going to...
Because those are cut lines.
Yes, correct.
If you weld it, it deletes those cut lines right there.
Yes. So like, see this P here? That line is going to cut out, and it's also going to cut out from this line. So that's going to be a little dot right there, totally cut out. Thank you, Alicia Scow. Okay, so we are not going to attach. I'm going to detach. And in case I want to, oh, see, I could have duplicated it before I welded to change the font, but I didn't. So now I'd have to ungroup everything I did. I'm not doing that. It'd be faster to retype it. So now I'm going to weld. So now these cut lines are gone. So now if I were to cut this out with paper, it would be all one piece except for the dot. But with vinyl, it would be all one piece. It would not cut out the individual layers. You could pick up the S and it would be connected.
Go to shapes real quick.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh, somebody asked about the score line also. Let's bring in the score line real fast. You guys, sorry, this is a long video because there's just so much to learn. To move the score line around, you have to touch it right on the line. Okay? Now, the score line, if you have your machine set to maker, if you have an Explorer and a maker, I would set your machine to maker. It will ask you in the beginning, if you do not have a maker, then select Explorer. But we have a score line here. We can change that to a draw line. We can, you have to select it. We can change it to a cut line. It looks the same as the draw, but it'll say over here, cut. We can do score, we can engrave, we can deboss, we can wave. I changed it to a wave line. It still looks the same. I don't see a wave. You will not see a wave. You just use the wavy blade. You have to have that blade, and it will say wave. And perforate, it will give dotted lines and say basic perf. And now I'm going to hit score. So I want you to look at the lines here. The scoring lines are a bit different. The scoring lines are separated more and they're bigger. Now, in order to use this type of line, you have to put it on something. Otherwise, it's just going to cut your mat. So I'm just going to move this into the front. And let's say I want to center it on this paper. So I would select the line and that. And I need to make my browser there bigger. And I'm just going to hit center. And then if you want this to score right here on this paper, you have to attach it. Otherwise, it'll put it on a separate mat.
And now, I wouldn't know what score is if you weren't my mom.
Okay. Scoring is mostly for paper or not chipboard, poster board and things like that to make it fold.
Okay.
So like if I was doing a card, I would put a score line in the center.
Instead of trying to manually fold it, it makes it easier.
Thank you, Autumn, for subscribing. Hold on, let me see this question.
That's what I was pointing at.
How do you put the word on the item and cut it out on top of the otter? I don't understand.
So, the happiness. So,
I'm going to bring that back out. Or what? How do you put the word on the item and cut it out on top of the otter?
So I would assume it would just be a different layer. The happiness, you would either like glue it on the otter.
Or use vinyl.
Or, yeah.
If you wanted to cut it out of the otter, you could do that. You would have to slice it. And you can only slice with 2 images at once. So you don't have the slice option. Okay, yeah, she meant slicing the word out of the image.
Okay.
And because we have this grouped, we would have to ungroup. We would have to detach. Let me get the happiness back and arrange it to the front. Oh, they can't see everything. So if I select all this, the slice option right down here is not lit up. I can't do it. That's because all these layers in the panel are all selected. You can only do it with 2 layers. So we're going to have to detach.
You should move your thing back over.
Hold on. I'm going to send these to the back. They can see the slice button. So now I'm going to go over the otter and the happiness, and it's only 2 layers because I did not select over the word otter. I only have 2 layers selected, and my slice option is working. If your slice option is not lit up and you think it should be, the answer is in the layers panel. Always work in the layers panel. So I'm going to slice this. And then once you slice, look, it didn't do anything. It did. You have to move it away and you have to move it again. Now I can send this to the back. Now if I want it to be like that, I can select. See how I'm selecting across all these letters? And attach. Then it will do that and cut this out.
Move it over.
But my arranging stuff went away.
No,
that's why.
you just hit the more.
No, it wasn't working. It wasn't there.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I kept doing that. See? It's because I'm using the browser. Okay, did you guys learn something today? Can you do a video on stickers created with Cricut? I have 3 videos on stickers. Let me show you how to find them. Hold on just a second. Let me get YouTube. Okay, here is my channel. Wait, I can't see what you guys see. And I lost the chat now. Okay. Okay. Welcome, Linda, Sequin, and Angel. You now have all my projects. I'll show you to find my projects. If you are a YouTube member, you can go to my community on my YouTube channel and scroll down in this area. See, this says members only. This means only members get this. If you click read more, I'm not going to click, it will give you the project for this. And then it will also, if you keep going to the password one, it will give you the password to my website where all of my projects are. And every month we set up a new password. Okay, so here's the home page. Subscribe and click the bell. I don't have that because I'm on my page. I also want to show you, if you scroll down, here's all my classes. If you play all, there's over 100. Maybe 150, I'm not sure. Infusible ink, and these are playlists. You can click play all. Here's some quick tips. I will be doing more of those. Here's all about the knife blade. Here's about the Tesla trip we took last year. And vlogging in the villages where I live. We go for golf cart rides. It's a lot of fun. Okay, but to find about the stickers, thank you for subscribing, and we're going to go to the magnifying glass and search stickers. Designing stickers in Cricut Design Space, labels and stickers, how to make planner stickers, sticker snowman planner stickers. Now, even though they say planner stickers, they're stickers you can use for anything. You can make them any size you want. Thank you, Marge, for subscribing. Yes, here's another one for stickers. There I used sticker paper. That was fun. And I liked that project. That was fun. But there's so many videos. Mass slicing and making stencils. You could also make stickers out of them too. You can do so many different things. Now, everybody tell me in the chat what you learned. Tell me one thing, your favorite thing that you are happiest that you learned the most. Tell me in the comments if you're watching the replay. It will not cut a writing font. You can make any kind of sticker you want. There's so much more to Design Space. This video was just to get you started. There's so much more. And so come back next week. I do projects at Tuesday at noon and Thursday night, 8 p.m. And
it may seem overwhelming, but it's really not that bad.
Yeah, once you just do one thing at a time, it's great. Thank you, Shannon Block. I got a cricket on my head.
Scoot over.
Yeah. I'm so glad you guys are learning. Wreaths by Busy Bees Custom Creations. Thank you for becoming a member. If you have more questions about this video, there's something you don't understand, please ask in the comments. And I always try to answer the comments as soon as possible. Sometimes I answer them within seconds.
I think you messed up on this one.
Sometimes it might be days. I did. I ripped it off. I was putting... Oh, let's show them that project. I was putting together another one of these.
I made that one.
I designed the thing.
I made it, though.
But he put the pieces together.
And it's not perfect, but it doesn't look bad if you're looking, just kind of glancing at it.
Do you want to show them mine? I didn't finish it. It's kind of like putting together a puzzle. So here's mine. I decided to put it on paper and fold the paper. Yay! Somebody bought a bag. Thank you. Says Let's Craft. I also have that say Melody Lane. They're really nice bags. We use those on Christmas. So I folded it so I could have a line across the middle. I'm working on making this easy. And then I'll share the file with all my supporters.
Did you do this right?
Yeah. I was following yours.
Okay.
That's right.
It is.
I love to see what you guys learned. You can't find a way around on your iPad. Let me show you something really fast. iPad. Search on my channel. Here is a tutorial on the iPad. Here's an iPad. Here's iPad. So here are some projects I did with the iPad. Okay, that one's not with the iPad. Neither is that. But the top ones are with the iPad. And we'll show you how to use the iPad. I highly suggest you watch these. There might be some updates since some of these videos.
Maybe not that one. That says
1 month ago?
Is that right?
I don't remember. Time goes by so fast. Okay, back. Let me look for more questions. I'm so sorry if I missed some of your questions.
Well, maybe if you go down, you're going
Well, no, I don't.
back up.
I know. Oh, yeah, in all my classes, you learn so much. So please, if you're brand new to Cricut, you will want to watch this again and do it as I do it. You can pause the video. I have used Cricut chalkboard sheets, the roll of chalkboard vinyl. Is that what you mean? I do have a video on that. Let's do this again soon. Every week. Miss Justice says, I raised a kind and funny son.
Yeah. Me.
All right, guys. I am so glad you guys learned something new. If you have more questions, please don't be afraid to ask. Join my group, Cricut Design Space.
And I'm making more stuff on here.
Oh, yeah. He's making some more projects. He might have them on his channel, Beard Adventures. You'll see this icon on his channel. So just go to YouTube and search Beard Adventures. Cheryl says, after a year watching, I still learn something new every time.
I'm usually sleeping right now on Saturdays. While
He drives for Uber on the weekends. Well, the weekdays too. But
yeah.
usually late night weekends.
Yeah.
So he's usually sleeping late. He worked till 3 a.m. last night.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the last. Did I get you
yeah.
excited? The last Cricut Design Space class of the decade. The entire decade.
Dun,
Last
dun, dun.
class. There will be a video on Tuesday at noon.
And then after that, I will be heading to St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh, yeah. After that class.
Because it's New Year's Eve.
He's going to hang out in the video with us and craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be New Year's Eve. When should you flatten? You should only flatten when you want to print. They just love you. Oh, Donna Kenny's husband says, my husband just said I'm addicted to you. Thank you guys for everything, and we'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Toodles. Yes. What are you doing? You gotta go to the
I gotta go
OBS.
here, but I don't want to stop too early, so I have to see when I wave.
You waved. I saw you wave.
And you say toodles.